Hey everybody, it's your boy SergDragon, and welcome back to another edition of the Heavens Monsters podcast. With me today is Xavier Hill.
Once again, MVP is in the ring, so that can only mean one thing. Big things popping, little things stopping. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the view, because the Heavens Monsters podcast is for people better than you.
Alright, so we're doing AEW on March 11th review. Here we go. We start the night with none other than the Cody versus Ortiz. So Cody Rhodes is definitely picking a fight with the Inner Circle, courtesy of the fact that they have assaulted many of his colleagues of the Elite, including the Young Bucks, Paige, his own brother, Kenny Omega. They're just doing roughshod under roughshod and roughshod on everybody. They declared war on all of the AEW after Jon Moxley won the title. So now Cody Rhodes has to take things into his own hands with his friends. And in 2 weeks, we will have the Bloods and Guts match, which is pretty much their own version of the War Games. In this match, we would have, I believe, Cody, defeating Ortiz. Yeah, because of the outside interference and everything. And also, that's another thing I wanted to cover. Jake the Snake Roberts actually revealed who his colleague would be. It would be none other than... Damn it, what was his name? His name's not here. That's weird. I'm looking for it. What's weird? Where's his name? Why didn't y'all cover it? These people didn't cover it. That's weird. I think it was Lance Armstrong. Something like that. Damn. It didn't say. Fire up. There it is. Lance Archer. I said Lance, but it was not Armstrong. It was Lance Archer. This guy would have major history in Japan wrestling. Even having the concept knowing everything dies. So the fact that we got a big guy like him, who's won several matches in Japan, including young and older veterans, this is going to be interesting to see him. After which, it would be cruel for the Inner Circle to then make a note that they jumped one of the Young Bucks, the Nick Jackson, the younger brother of Matt Jackson, and have him literally planted on the ground with one of those closing, like a garage door, you know, when it goes up? Well, the shutting doors was literally stuck on top of him, crushing him.
Oh, yeah.
So they had to immediately send him to the hospital. In which case, that sucks, man. That's another new low for the Inner Circle. Next up. Hey, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to click on the image.
Chris Statlander versus...
Oh, and it's a tag team match.
Yep. And...
Hikaru
Shida versus Nyla Rose and Bae Presley. AEW's World Women's Champion Nyla Rose saw battle with two of her top contenders in tag team action this week, teaming with top...
Which one? Gaijin
Bae Presley to battle Hikaru Shida and Chris Statlander. The Native Beast and her unflinchingly ferocious partner isolated Shida and worked her pummeling the small competitor while cutting her off from Statlander. Shida finally created some separation and made the hot tag to Statlander.
Whoa. The extraterritorial? extraterrestrial.
The extraterrestrial competitor of the women's division erupted with a flurry of offense, but ate a clothesline from the champion to halt her momentum. Shida re-entered the match, endured a crushing spear from Rose, and scummed the Beast Bomb as the heels picked up the victory. Hard-fought victory.
Fun fact, they mentioned on commentary that I was wondering why they called her the Native Beast.
Yeah, Jim Ross, Tony Schiavone.
Mentioned that apparently Nia Rose is Native American. And a transsexual Native American at that? Damn. Go figure. But nonetheless, she did win the match. Along with her tag team partner. That sucks. She is the champ. Can't say nothing. She is a powerhouse. Next up, we have Jurassic Express versus MJF and the Butcher and the Blade. In this match, it would be pretty much 5-on-3, basically, because we also had the Bunny and Wardlow in MJF's corner. But this sucks, man. Because in this match, it would be back and forth, trying to actually fight up against the odds. But thanks to one incident when the Bunny was distracting the referee, and she was another woman too. The referee was a woman. And she was just distracting her. And the Butcher and the Blade would actually get the drop on Jungle Boy, who was on the top corner, ready to jump with Marco Stunt. But then Marco Stunt would be singled out, and man, damn, they just pinned him. This sucks. The heels are running rampant. Next up.
Oh, Big Swole interrupts Britt Baker.
Eagle.
Tony Schiavone introduced Dr. Britt Baker for another onstage interview. Baker insulted the crowd, criticizing them on their health and appearance. She made an inbreeding joke before Big Swole interrupted the proceedings. She answered an insult from Baker regarding her husband Cedric Alexander with a dig of her own, referencing Baker's boyfriend, NXT champion Adam Cole. The segment ended with Baker throwing coffee in her newfound rival's face. Wow. Never knew that they would mention one of the NXT guys in AEW, especially since Adam Cole and Britt Baker are dating. I forgot that they're dating in real life.
Yeah. She says, "I'm married, baby." Because she's married to Alexander. That's right. Because she had a baby with him. That was a hard story to know that she almost never had a kid, but she finally got one with him. So Britt Baker and Adam Cole are dating?
That's what I heard.
Not me. I never heard that. All right. I'm surprised that AEW and WWE don't have like policies of dating the other companies. That's good. Next we have Joey Janela and the Private Party versus Death Triangle in their first ever match. Considering it would be, the Lucha Brothers of Pentagon Dark and Rey Fenix versus the Bastard Puck. This team was definitely thought to be a chaotic triplet pair. But nope. They laid waste to these three other poor souls of the bad boy Joey Janela and the Private Parties, the hype guys that love the party life. They just got wrecked. Damn. You would see the Lucha Brothers doing their small package and then literally drag him to the corner so that Pac could do his Black Arrow skyboard move. And just, they work well. Damn. Go figure. courtesy of what happened to Nick, it would be none other than, what do you call it? Dustin Rhodes saying, he got his gear on and everything, saying that whether he likes it or not, Hangman Page, Dustin Rhodes is going to be your partner. That's it. Mm-hmm. And he did. He came out and Hangman Page is like, what the hell are you thinking? It would be, I don't know. Maybe it will actually be mentioned in this. So here you go, bro. The main event.
The main event. Hangman Page and Dustin Rhodes versus Sammy Guevara and Chris Jericho. Dustin Rhodes vowed to join one half of the AEW Tag Team Champions Hangman Page to do some cowboy shit in the night's tag team match against the Inner Circle's Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara.
1 second. The reason why Kenny Omega couldn't is because he was injured. He has a cast on his right hand. Go ahead.
Yep. Page took the fight to Jericho and Guevara, even stopping to drink a beer. The heels recovered during the commercial break, dropping Rhodes and cutting the ring off from his partner. Page tagged in late and leveled Jericho with a hard right hand on the arena floor. Back inside the ring, Rhodes delivered a destroyer pile driver to Guevara, and Hangman followed with a buckshot lever to pick up the win. But after the match, the Inner Circle hit the ring, instigating a brawl that included Cody and Matt Jackson. The fight spilled to the ramp where Jericho bashed Page and Jackson with a chair and stood tall to close out the show.
So that's 2 weeks. The Inner Circle ends the night by just chaotically beating up anyone and everyone. Damn.
Let me get my 2 cents on that, bro.
Go ahead.
First of all, what the hell is Chris Jericho still doing on AEW when I thought he was supposed to be taking time off for,
his tour?
The tour with his band, Fozzy. But Chris Jericho just don't know when to quit. Heel or babyface, I always like Chris Jericho.
Not to mention, he's also got never mind. He has a cruise boat, which is a band, wrestling themed and all that. But courtesy of the coronavirus, I don't think he's going to be running around because even Disney's cruise bus is closed down until further notice. So that's also something to mention. I'm trying to think here. Was there anything else? Yeah, that was the one thing that wasn't mentioned in this review, is that apparently, courtesy of last week with Jon Moxley getting assaulted, Darby Allin had to go on and take the Inner Circle tag team of Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara all by himself. Mm-hmm. So Hangman Page didn't want to be outdone and wanted to go in by himself. That's why he had the illusion that he had a tag team partner. Apparently, it was deducted that he was going in by himself, and that was ruined by Dustin Rhodes. Screw that. Dustin Rhodes and Hangman Adam Page make one hell of a good tag team throughout the match, including their double finishers that made them win the match. I mean, seriously, a destroyer followed by what could be only called a rolling springboard running clothesline? What the? Shit, that's creative as fuck.
It was a buckshot clothesline.
That's what it's called. It's like, wee, woo, like, that's a lot of momentum. Out of which, anything else?
That's it.
All right. Oh, shout outs.
Before we close out, a shout out to the members of the Heaven Sponsors podcast. Myself, Xavier Hill, Birthday Boy, Mike Henry, and Andre Mitchell. A link to our 3 YouTube pages will be in the descriptions down below, as always. And a remaining shout out to Terrence, aka T-Money, Renee, Pharaoh, Chris Petrie, and Delvin.
With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. You didn't, give it a thumbs down. Hit that subscribe button, like the content, and hit that notification bell for the next Seven Monsters podcast. I'm SergDragon.
And I'm Xavier Hill. And we'll see you in the next video.
Peace.